Welcome, ladies and gentle squid, to Splatoon! So yeah, this is Nintendo's newest IP, or intellectual property, Splatoon. Third-person shooter paintball with squid kids or inklings, so let's hop right into it. This was just released on Friday the 29th. Hold on to your tentacles. It's Octopuses news time! Let's unveil the current regular battle stages. Alright. There's so many boxes passing through here. At least the economy is perking up. This would be a rad venue for an outdoor show. That's a pretty good idea, actually. Newsflash, newsflash. Plot point. The great Zapfish has disappeared. Well, are they gonna lose power if it's not recovered? I don't know. But there is a UFO that crashed. It's pretty crazy. Stay fresh! Alright, so there's already some interesting stuff going on. The Zapfish has been stolen. Welcome to Octopuses. This is the plaza. We're obsessed with the hottest sport, ink battles. So that building there is the lobby where the online games happen. And there's the shopping mall, or the Booyah base, where you can get new things. And then there's the one-on-one battles, which over the last couple days I've done some with friends. And what? Who's that creepy old dude? Something dangerous. That sounds like some fun. Oh, why don't you just head over to the tower? Well, that's actually not my plan. And I'm gonna turn off the motion controls, because they sort of annoy me, but played a bit of the one-on-one with some friends over this weekend, and the couch co-op, or the couch multiplayer in this game is a little disappointing in terms of modes. All you do is shoot balloons, but I am going to try to play through the story mode, and if that gets over relatively quickly, I'm not sure how long the story mode is in this game, then I'll do some stuff online. But we followed the creepy old dude, Captain Cuttlefish, the Octarians. Lost his cool there. Captain Cuttlefish, leader of the Squid Beak Splatoon. That look in your eye, it's the look I've been looking for. The great Zapfish that powers Octopuses has been squidnapped. It's the work of the Octarians. They want revenge of the great turf war of 100 years ago. Keeping an eye on them this whole time, of course. But they stole, well, looks like he'd have more of a, they stole the great Zapfish right from under my nose. Please, you've got to help me rescue the great Zapfish. I'm gonna take your silence as a yes. You are Agent 3 of the new Squidbeak Splatoon. Here's your hero suit. What a great fit. For a hand-me-down from Agents 1 and 2. Which we haven't got an explanation for yet. Get those octo-jerks. Alright, so this is kind of like the open world mode of this game, where you wander around and, this is curious. And here is the first mission, Octotrooper Hideout. So, I've played some of these earlier, but I haven't played the mission at the end of this section after you've gotten the first 3 Zapfish, so the enemies that I'm looking at are the first Octarians that you run into, and they shoot purple ink at you. which I didn't want to show the intro because I thought that would be a little boring. But you go past the site of the UFO crash in the intro, and the ink they use is purple the whole time, so... But I'm just gonna look around here, collect everything I can, because that's how I do. And oh no, he's got a shield. So if I hide, go around on the side, should be able to get him from behind. Yeah. So all the levels, or all of the different areas of these levels so far are connected by these launch pads, which is pretty neat, and all these battles are taking place on what looks like the rooftops of this area. Gonna toss a grenade in there. So I enjoy the mechanics of this game so far. But yeah, the one thing that's kind of irked me so far is the at-home multiplayer, that they've got 4-on-4 online, but then all you can do is 1-on-1s at home. Launch a bomb up there. Oh, use a bomb to distract him, okay. Boop. And then, yeah. So the 1-on-1s, all they have you doing is popping balloons, and you can kill each other, but, you know, that's not the actual aim of that mode, and there's no turf war mode and things like that, so it seems much more geared to online multiplayer, which is fine, but having a bit more to the at-home experience, or the couch experience, would be good too. But this game is just so bright and colorful, and really just seems to be Nintendo's answer to the shooter craze of the last, I don't know, 5-10 years. Kind of their kid-friendly call to Call of Duty and those similar types of games. Just feels so good to be able just to make a mess and have that be the purpose, and not have to worry about cleaning it up after. And it's the age-old fight of octopuses versus squids, which we all know to be a most tireless rivalry. And all this neon is just makes for a wonderful viewing experience as well. And we were playing this game a little bit yesterday, a group of my friends, and we were talking about how it's different than some other shooters in that the ink actually has gravity to it and falls like you'd expect real paint shot in this way too. So you have to aim that little bit differently than, say, if you were playing a game where you're handling bullets. That there almost seems to be an arc to each ink shot. And I haven't gotten far enough in the single player on my own yet to see how they incorporate the different weapons. But there's a fair amount of loadouts in this game, kind of similar to Team Fortress 2 and games similar to that. where there's different play styles other than just this basic gun that I'm using right now, that there's paint rollers and things that work something like sniper rifles, so it was a lot of fun. So I got the first Zapfish. So I need to collect 3 of them in this area in order to progress onto the big mission. So, I wonder if this is another thing. What if I sprayed some paint on it? And they're hiding down here. Lair of the Octoballs. Now, are these octopi that are also balls, or is it just 8 balls? Let's see. Oof. And the whole mix of, like, kind of a skate punk kind of culture, along with graffiti and all of that, and just putting ink everywhere. This game is a very, very solid theme and, dare I say, aesthetic about it that's really pleasant. And I'm just wondering, are the Octarians up to something more than just stealing the power source of the city? I don't know. I've tried to, and so far have kept myself away from any spoilers, though I know that there are people who have already done reviews or already even finished the game. But I wanted to go into this fresh idea from Nintendo fresh myself. And it's really nice to see something that isn't just another one of Nintendo's old franchises rebooted with a new idea, but instead an entire new line of characters and ideas. Alright. So these ones you have to actually sink in your own ink. And the climbing mechanic just feels so good too, turning into the squid and being able to jump and slide through the ink no matter what the direction. It all just feels really good, but again, unless they're planning on changing some things in updates or in DLC or something to do with the at-home multiplayer, it's going to be my biggest irk so far. But otherwise this game has been pretty refreshing. I'm going to come out and say that I haven't played much of any shooters, third person or otherwise, ever. So as maybe Nintendo sort of intended it, this is supposed to be an opener into that kind of genre. And, well, they've got me. So far, to me, none of this is new. Got up to the 4th stage, so I got all the first 3 Zapfish, and I was about to play the other one, but I was thinking of doing group recordings for this, but the game turned out not to be such a group multiplayer experience like Mario Party 10 easily turned out to be. So I'm starting over, and luckily I wasn't that far into it. But now, this part, I was convinced that I needed to try to go up that wall myself, and that it was secrets instead of the way I was actually supposed to go. and I didn't find this cannon until later, which just makes this entire area much easier. And also bringing in the idea of turrets from other shooters. And these little ink-eating guys are just the worst. So let's see. Do that, and I'll try to quickly make my way down. See if I can't find a path up the wall. Nope, gonna have to make some connecting trails, and hopefully... Oh, yes. Alright. And... second zapfish. Ba-boom. I'm not sure what these yellow orbs are for yet, but... guessing they're kind of like the coins of this mode. And... it looks like each of the levels has a scroll to it too, which I didn't notice before. I'm guessing that'll be a completion thing, but I haven't found any of them myself. But, I'm gonna try here, the last level, before that big one. Save the last zapfish. Alright, so I'll just zoom right along this path that's been set out. And what's neat is that, which you can't see, but on the gamepad it shows you where color ink is on the map. So for that first part I could know that I could zap along that the whole time. And it's also a little nice that Captain Cuttlefish is giving you some reminders of the mechanics that the intro gave you, but that he's not stopping you and directly telling you, stopping all of the action. He's just giving you hints, and if you want to look at them, you're good, and if not, well, you don't have to. It doesn't stop the whole game, just so that he has to talk to you to tell you how to play it, that you can figure it out yourself. So now they've incorporated some flying guys and some zip lines and things. So every level so far has sort of introduced either a new enemy or a new traveling mechanic. And I'm also really digging the idea of having to duck into your own ink to refill your ammo or your ink, because that way the places that you shoot or the places that you've been before, you can plan out where you can reload or where you can escape to if you're in trouble. And after I get done this, I'm excited to get to online play, because I played a little bit of it before restarting my game, and it seems like a lot of fun, and the whole freshness thing of needing to be a certain level in the online battles in order to buy new equipment or things like that just gives this game and its characters a bunch of a good amount of attitude. Made the joke that everybody's kind of like a hipster in Inkopolis. Oh, you don't battle? Well then, I'm not gonna sell to you. Well, alright, I guess I came here to battle and drink milk, and I'm all out of milk. Oh, now these guys have bombs. Alright. I'm enjoying how whenever you pick up armor, your costume changes that little bit to reflect it. and that if you have the armor by the end of the level, you get some extra points for it. Alright. Well, it felt like nothing at all. Finished Rise of the Octocopters. Oh, and I had the bazooka too, and I didn't even use it. Well. Oh, dang. Here we go. It's opened up the boss kettle. Oh, first boss already. Alright. Well, Inklings, on the next episode, I will go and face the mighty Octostomp.
He's got a bit of a boxy body. Hope it don't squish me.